Victoria Nile. We are heading towards Maxishon Falls. This will take us 3 hours to and fro. The high point of any visit on the Nile is close look at Maxishon Falls. Varieties of birds, mammals, and very massive crocodiles. And when we look at the abiotic features in the park, when we see the climate, for example, the rain, we have 2 rainy seasons. The first one begins from March to May. Then the second one is from September to November. So the average humidity here is 60%.
مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، برحب بحضراتكم من أوغندا، لؤلؤة أفريقيا الجميلة. ما ينفعش نيجي أوغندا وما نتكلمش على ليك فيكتوريا أو بحيرة فيكتوريا، وكمان نهر فيكتوريا اللي هو احنا واقفين وراه دلوقتي. هنعرف عنه معلومات أكتر مع سيتي، هو التور جايد بتاعنا من وزارة السياحة. Welcome once again, Mr. Seti, from our tour guide from UTB.
Thank you so much.
How are you today?
Pretty good.
You look great with the African dress and the giraffe.
My pleasure.
Yeah. So now we are standing with the Victoria River, Victoria Nile.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, it's the same meaning, but it's in Uganda. You prefer to call it Nile.
Yes, please. It's
okay.
the Nile.
Yeah.
So, like I told you, the River Nile has its source on Lake Victoria, which is a few miles or kilometers from Kampala, the capital city of Uganda. Basically, it's roughly around 60 to 70 kilometers.
It's near Jinja?
Yes, that is in Jinja, obviously. Yeah. And, the Nile being the longest river we have in the world and in Africa, running roughly 6,600 kilometers up from Uganda to the Mediterranean Sea, right? Mm-hmm. It has different stopovers, or it pours its water in different lakes and then as well flows out. Yeah. So when it leaves Jinja from the Lake Victoria, it's called the Victoria Nile. Yeah. It flows up to the it flows from the high altitude to the low altitude. It flows through Lake Choga, which is also in Uganda, and then flows through the Maxishon Falls up to here, and then gets to Lake Albert. As it flows through the Maxishon Falls, right here it's still called the Victoria Nile. Yeah. And it flows down a few meters, roughly like 1 kilometer from here, it gets into Lake Albert. If you remember, a few days back, we had a shot at the delta where it joins Lake Albert. Yes. And from Lake Albert, as it flows north again, it's called now the Albert Nile. And so on and so forth till it's called the Blue Nile, and then gets to flow through Sudan, northern Sudan, and then up to Egypt, and then to the Mediterranean Sea.
Yes. Okay, I hear there is river or lake called Edward. Am I right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, is it? Where's the direction?
No, we have some other lakes down south, western Uganda. One of them is Lake Edward and Lake George, and the 2 lakes are big, and as well as they are joined by another river, one of the major rivers of Uganda. It's called Kazinga Channel. It also runs roughly 28 miles, and joining Lake George and Lake Edward, but still it's not as big as the River Nile, because the River Nile roughly is 400 to 900 meters wide at different points of its flow.
Yeah, okay. So now we want know more information about the animals. It's near around here. I see some monkeys, hippos. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, River Nile running through Machon Falls National Park. There are so many animals to see. We have the giraffes, we have the waterbucks, we have the hartebeests, we have the elephants. Basically, we have 4 of the big 5.
Okay.
Whereby we are not forgetting the great elephants.
Yeah.
And so many aquatic life. I'm talking about most of the mammals and animals that spend most of their time in water.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Because it's hot?
Yeah, it's hot because we are at a very low altitude, roughly 400 to 600 meters high above the sea level. So you expect it to be hot.
That's why it's too much humidity.
Yeah, it's humid because of so many rivers and lakes around, and basically the hotness, just like the way it goes, the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. And now it's the opposite. The lower you go, the temperatures keep changing as it's getting hot.
Yes, in our country or in Arab country, there is a lot of wrong information about Africa. It's always hot. But I know some part of Uganda have a very cold weather. Am I right?
Yes, please. This is all because we have a chance that Uganda is crossed by the equator. So we call it an equatorial country, whereby it being crossed by the equator, you know the equator, most of the people ask, what is the equator? This is one of the major latitudes. Called 0 degrees. It divides the world into 2 parts, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. So it running through our country and through Kenya as well as Congo, it makes the country get 2 weathers. That is the hot and cold weather. Basically, all this makes the country get different types of climate. So at a certain particular moment or in the country, it's hot. Whereas at a certain particular moment or area in the country, it's cold. So basically, it's because of the equator that we have 2 seasons, the wet and dry.
So there is no dry season? Always rain? Because now it's in a summer, or it's hot?
Actually...
But it's raining.
Actually, we are in the wet season. And trust me now, the temperatures have dropped.
Okay.
Because our wet season runs from April, May, June, and halfway July. And the dry season runs from August, September, October, November. But sometimes November also gets wet. So, but we are having different challenges and problems because of global warming, whereby we are having unprescribed or unpredicted weather, whereby at a certain moment it gets so dry and a certain moment it gets so wet. But this is because of the different ways we're encroaching on our natural resources.
Yes, exactly. So I want to ask you about this lovely explorer, Uganda.
Yes.
Is it like a campaign? Just introduce it more.
Yeah, so Powati, like many of the people are calling it and many of the media companies are calling it, it's a trading name. Under the Explore Uganda. This is much more like a training name that it comes up every now and again, every year, as many people from different nationalities, from different countries are invited in. Basically, we are looking at tour and travel agents, many people who are in the tourism industry to come and get involved to see the beauty of Uganda so that they get a picture of what to tell people who are buying their activities, they say, or their tour packages. So basically, it is one of the companies that we are having, basically, that is working out on trying to get more tourist numbers into the country.
So it's Uganda target, maybe in a few years coming to be a point or a great country for tourism?
Yes, actually, Uganda's tourism industry has been doing well, but we don't have to keep at looking at the level we are on. We are looking at growing big and big and bigger. So basically, looking at the different statistics over years and over, they've been increasing. We see the tourism numbers increasing every now and again. And basically, that's why we are much more interested in making expos, in increasing our marketing strategies, trying to find all possible ways and means on telling people how beautiful our country is and what really they would really wish to see. And basically we are welcoming, and the lovely people of Uganda are ever having their arms wide open to receive each and everyone.
Yeah, I can feel.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, really, now Uganda, it's on right track for tourism.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Seti. We'll be with you in the whole trip to explain more about.
I'm so much happy about that, and I'm so much happy for the country that chose me to represent it and see the beautiful people from Egypt, from Dubai, from America, from South Africa, from Europe, everywhere. I'm so glad that I'm part of the team.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome.
مشاهدينا حقيقي يعني المكان والخضار والنيل بيدي قد ايه انطباع جميل جدا، وكمان البشاشة اللي موجودة عند الشعب الأوغندي. احنا مستمتعين وموجودين مع حضراتكم في رحلتنا الخاصة لأوغندا. مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، برحب بحضراتكم. احنا مش في المالديف، احنا في أفريقيا وتحديدا في أوغندا. يعني زي ما حضراتكم هتشوفوا احنا على نهر فيكتوريا. معايا دلوقتي لقاء مع جوزيفين ريكوتو, acting manager for one of the most beautiful hotel in this area. How are you?
I'm fine, and thank you. Nice to meet you.
So what's the most nationality used to come here? And there is any Egyptian come here before?
Egyptian, I think it was one group.
Oh, okay.
So far, we've only got one group because it was a combination. Some came from Egypt, others Haiti, others Turkey. It was a combination.
Yeah.
But mainly here we get a group from Spain.
Spain, yeah.
America.
Yeah.
And then UK.
Okay. Thank you, Josephine.
You're welcome.
مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، برحب بحضراتكم. احنا موجودين لسه في أوغندا، لؤلؤة أفريقيا الجميلة، وتحديدا من أكبر محمية موجودة في أوغندا اسمها ماتشن فولز. احنا معانا دلوقتي تور جايد مستر أليكس. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Really interesting to hear more about the park. And today it's amazing day for me for the safari and see a lot of the big five and all the animals. So I want to hear from you about the park. What the big is it, and what the animals inside. Yeah.
Thank you. Murchison Falls National Park is the biggest national park in Uganda, and it is slightly above 3,000 square kilometers.
Wow.
And it's the face of Uganda when it comes to safari. We receive quite a number of visitors, international visitors and local visitors every year coming here to enjoy the beauty of the park.
Yes.
Murchison Falls National Park has the Murchison Falls as the face of it.
Yeah.
That is the most powerful waterfall in the whole world. And we have the mighty Nile, the longest river in the world, that crosses through the park.
Okay.
Bisecting it in two parts, the northern sector and the southern sector.
Yeah, as we see here.
Yeah, this is the Albert Nile.
Yeah.
When the Nile runs down through the park, it connects into the Lake Albert and then flows way up into the into South Sudan, then
but
finally
it's coming from
Egypt.
Lake Victoria.
From Lake Victoria goes to Lake Albert, then runs down to Murchison Falls, connects to Lake Albert, then starts its long journey to Egypt and then...
Yeah. Okay, I saw today a lot of animals.
Yeah.
Except some it's very unique, like giraffes.
Yeah.
And the buffalo. How many animals?
Yeah.
I hear that it's quite
it's
big.
quite diverse in a way that it was close to to slightly above 100 mammal species.
Okay.
More than 55 reptile species. A very big bird checklist. More than close to 350. And then monkey species, about 4 of them.
Which kind of monkey? Baboons?
We have the baboons, we have the velvet monkeys, we have the patas monkeys, and we have the chimpanzees. The chimpanzees are the closest when it comes to DNA comparison to human being.
Wow.
About 98.8%. And we have them in the southern sector of this park, in the Budongo forest. So this park is diverse in a way that it has about 3 vegetation covers. On the southern sector, we have the Budongo, southern stretching to the eastern part. That is where we do chimpanzee tracking. Then midway, we have the woodlands. And then on the northern bank, we have the flat savannas covered with bolasas palm trees. And that is why I normally do the safaris and game drives. And way down bird watching and primate.
Okay. And about the lions and the Simba, I saw today one.
Yeah, we were lucky today that we found a very huge lion climbing in the trees about 4 meters above the ground.
Yes.
You saw it was quite an impressive moment. We have lots of cats, lions, leopards, other small cats like genet cats. They are all in here in Murchison Falls. To mention but a few, this park holds the biggest population of the Nubian giraffes.
Wow.
The Nubian giraffes number in the whole world population is going down, but we are so blessed that in Murchison is going high.
Wow.
So it's quite an impressive thing with this park. And then not only that, we have very big herds of buffaloes, elephants.
Yes, I saw many.
About
many of
1965, this park had the biggest number of elephants in the whole of Africa.
Which kind of elephant? The
African elephant, the huge ones. We shall see quite a number of them like we did already in this park. And then when you go onto the boat on the Nile, what we shall be doing later in the day, we shall find quite a number of schools of hippos that also...
But it's safe? Because, I hear sometimes it's hippos changing the behavior.
Yeah, they do change the behavior in one way or the other.
Yeah.
But we as guides, we have learned the basic ways to maneuver through and protect our clients to be always safe with us on safari.
Yeah. About the nationality,
yeah.
Who's used to come here every year to Uganda?
Well, Uganda being a very safe country, for example, being the pearl of Africa, no one wouldn't really want to be here. All people from all walks of life and from all over the world come here every day to experience this beauty Uganda has to offer.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't really want to be here? Amazing country.
Yes, I can see. And even the safari, it's easy and it's safe.
It is safe, it is easy, it is encouraging, it is fulfilling, and it is really worth doing.
Yeah, really thank you, Mr. Alex. I enjoy your information. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
مشاهدي زوم افريقيا، احنا لسه في السفاري في اوغندا، واحنا في السفاري لفت نظري سيده هي من جنوب افريقيا اسمها يعني شاركتنا في رحله السفاري هنا، وكمان عرفت ان هي عندها مشاريع في افريقيا منها التسلق في جبل كليمنجارو في تنزانيا وحاجات كتير هنعرف منها. Welcome to our program Zoom Africa.
Thank you so much.
I want to know from you, as we discussed, you love Africa as you are from from South Africa. And your purpose to come here first to Uganda?
Well, I'm a tour operator, and I'm passionate about our continent. I love Africa, and I have been in the business for nearly 35 years.
Wow.
My passion is to make sure that my guests, my clients, have personalized, I've seen it, I've experienced it, information from me. So I like to try and fit their requirements with what I'm going to supply, the country or the hotel or the lodge or the extreme comfort or roughing it. I've actually done right from the bottom, hitched around Botswana to being flown in private airplanes and staying in super luxury.
Wow,
but my purpose is to make sure that I fit the requirements of my clients.
Yeah, that's why you come and try first.
Yes.
And then you can promote it.
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. And what your expectation about Uganda? Do you love it? Do you enjoy the safari and the animals?
It's one of my favorite countries. I have a special place for Uganda because the first time I came, I was on an overland expedition 35 years ago.
Wow.
Really, really rough. We had to push our vehicle, big truck, out of mud situations.
Wow.
If it was raining, we still had to camp rough. We had to share the cooking, the maintenance, and so on. But I also saw the poverty of the country.
Yeah.
And then I came again 3 years ago. And I was absolutely thrilled at the improvement, and I delight in that same beautiful humbleness that the Ugandan people have.
Yes.
And of course the gorillas mean an enormous amount to me, and to see that harmony has come together with people and wildlife for everybody and every animal's well-being.
Okay, and you told me you have a climate, the mountains like Kilimanjaro and the others. So tell me your experience about it, because it's excited for me.
Well, I kind of got roped into it the first time. I got persuaded by a client 20 years ago. And I thought, well, I'm an athlete, I'm a runner, and so on. Surely it'll be okay. So I said yes.
Yeah.
And it was a great success.
Wow.
And a little while after that, maybe about 8 years after that, I got a phone call from someone in America. And she said, Sue, you've been recommended to do this Kilimanjaro for us. We are wanting to create awareness, raise funds for trafficked women and children.
Yeah.
And my first climb was 48 women on Kilimanjaro.
Wow.
And since then...
It's a big number.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always
the
women?
Biggest, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
They are very strong.
So then we took not always the same women to different parts of the world. Back to Kilimanjaro a few more times, and to the Alps, to Everest Base Camp, Peru, all with the same initiative and heartbeat for women and children. And I always include men who have been trafficked or are suffering from the aftermath of that.
Yes. But as you are a woman, it's easy to climb, and it's not tough.
Yes, it is tough.
Yeah.
To be fair, it is tough.
Yeah.
But I think I have, for me personally, a slow endurance kind of mindset.
Yeah.
And I love to look after people, so I'm often the oldest, so I very much love to care and share my knowledge and run trips with excellence.
Yeah.
But also with that, or always with that heartbeat of why we're doing it.
Yeah.
And what we're doing it for.
Yeah, that's a great. About your country, South Africa, tell me more information about the tourism there?
It seems to be booming.
Yeah.
It seems to be booming.
6 times, yes.
We do have our troubles, but it's such a vibrant, passionate country.
Yeah.
There is plenty of harmony. There is excitement. There is enthusiasm. There are so many of us who work across color barriers.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited.
So what's the best place to visit in South Africa?
Oh gosh, you put me in a spot because there's like this many places.
Yeah, just tell me. I know Cape Town because I visited.
Yes, it's
Pretoria?
beautiful, and I must recommend some wonderful restaurants. And I guess I'm more a bush girl, and I love all of that greater Kruger National Park area.
Yeah.
So Sabi Sands, Timbavati.
Yeah.
Our guides are of a very high standard.
Yes.
So I think they offer great information, great knowledge, and a lot of care.
Wow.
And really know how to look after people.
I want just a small message from you about the women all over the world, about your experience in Africa.
Give me a call and I'll take you up a mountain.
Oh, wow.
It's never too late. It's a life-changing experience. I could spend a lot of time telling you why. It's a great leveler.
Yeah.
We're all in the same boat. But if anybody has a desire, it's not too tough for anybody.
Yes.
I walk women through training. I'm 70 and I'm still going to be on that mountain again soon. And I'd love to have a bunch of women come with me.
Yes. They will come. They will watch us and come.
I walk through personally training. I always emphasize whatever question you have and you feel it's silly, it's not silly to me.
Wow.
So I'm very personalized, very hands-on, really love to, because it's an enormous life-changing experience.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And never too proud to help anybody who has that in their heart.
Exactly. Really, thank you. Appreciate your information and to be with us in Zoom Africa. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to have met you.
Thank you, Madam. So,
thank you.
مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، برحب بحضراتكم. إحنا في أوغندا الجميلة وتحديدا في العاصمة كامبالا. هنتكلم عن الاستثمار والسياحة مع مستر فرانسيس إكديفير. هو يعني رجل أعمال ويشتغل حاجات كتيرة جدا في قطاع السياحة والاستثمار. Welcome to our program Zoom Africa, Mr. Francis.
Thank you so much.
So your profession is to do business and tourism as well.
Yes, I'm into project management and especially in so many ICT projects and farming, but I'm also passionate about tourism. I need to see people to come and discover our region.
Yeah, and also I hear you're in a Rotary, right?
Yeah, I've been I'm serving. Part of my extra activities is to give back to society. So I've been a Rotary leader, district governor, and so we try to link, and I've helped to link Rotary to tourism to see that even when people come to enjoy the world, they are able to give back and they uplift societies.
So Rotary can link with the investment, can link with tourism, right?
Yeah, indeed. Rotarians are business and community leaders. And we think from Rotarians from around the world. You are looking at business leaders, you are looking at community leaders, you are looking at people that have been exposed.
Yeah.
And we think by linking them to business, by opening up their opportunities, when they come and to do Rotary work, they can see business opportunities. When they come to do their business, they can see Rotary opportunities. So we think there's a great link between Rotary and business. And it gives them the right satisfaction and the right engagement, so that they know that while they are doing, they're enhancing their classifications and doing their day-to-day work, they can be able to go out and enjoy themselves.
So if we're talking about the investment opportunity here in the country, what do you see?
Uganda has abundance of everything. And the uniqueness about Uganda is the richness in culture. And for us, when you look at investments in Uganda, there's everything, right from agriculture. Agriculture is almost untapped. Uganda is an agricultural country, but it's almost untapped in terms of the potential that there is. Tourism, we are just starting. It's just a tip on the iceberg, and there's quite a lot that we can bring in people to do. We've within the industries, we think that with the agriculture sector, we need to do a lot of value addition, factories and so on. People that can the fabrics. There's a lot that can be done there. And when we talk about mining, Uganda is endowed with more than 150 minerals that have not been tapped. It's about being exploited and about being able to set up factories here, to process them here. And I think from government has put up a policy that now we are focusing on ensuring that we do not just sell out the raw materials, we process, so that we can create jobs, so that we can create, we can send out the finished products. And so the opportunities here, people out there that need to invest, Uganda is the ultimate destination. The good thing that we have is the relative peace. We've had a good spell, and I thank the government, I thank His Excellency the President, that there's relative peace, and within the region, we become the connection to the region. We talk about the Congo, talk about Kenya and so on. We are the link to that region, and so investing here helps you to reach countries. Helps you to reach the rest of Africa much easily.
Okay, that's great. So about the law and everything, it's fine here to be a good environment for tourism and investment as well.
I think Uganda, we've looked at this for a long time. We've set up an investment policy that is so attractive. There are tax holidays. We've set up an investment house where you go in as an investor and you live with everything catered for. Which in the past it used to be a problem to many investors, that they needed to go to so many offices with the red tape and so on. And now with government, it has set up one investment house, one-stop shop, where you are able to go in and live with everything catered for. And that has cleared. There are there are industrial parks that have been opened up, opportunities for investment. But Uganda is endowed with more than 55% arable land. And that arable land, Uganda can be the food basket for the rest of Africa. With our perfect weather, as you can see. With the rich rains. Uganda has probably 65% of the fresh water within all the across Africa. It's within Uganda. So you can imagine that if you need something to do, there's plenty. Aldebrand, tourism is something that we start with the perfect weather, because the last time I checked that when people are looking for anywhere to visit, weather is up there, ranking first on there. And we probably have the best weather. I think I was reading the other country which is on the equator is probably Ecuador. So someone needs to come and experience that it can rain, and within a few minutes it is it is perfectly okay. and so there's a lot of potential for people to come in and work with us, especially in the tourism sector. Lots of opportunities. We have the diversity in culture, the great food. The variety of food here is amazing. I hope you've tasted.
Yes, lovely.
We are rich, budding country. Uganda has probably 1,078 species of birds.
Oh, wow.
And that is probably 300, 400 more species of bird than the whole of America and Mexico combined.
Oh, okay.
And it's a birding paradise. And that's an opportunity that we can do here.
Yes.
Uganda has the wildlife, the mountains. Where else would you find a snow-capped mountain at the equator? Because you'd expect that at the equator because of the sun and so on. But with the rainforests, you're going to find it there. So it's something that you for a person thinking about investment, you are lost for choice.
Okay.
And I would appeal to so many people out there. The opportunities are there. You just need to get in here, and we should be able to link you to where your best option is.
Yeah, exactly. So did you visit Egypt?
I've been to Egypt several times, and it's been nice. I've been to Sharm el-Sheikh. I've been to Cairo, of course. Going through the pyramids and so on. I've done the holy pilgrimage from Cairo through to Jerusalem. So it is, yes, I've visited a bit of Egypt, but I need to see more of the culture and everything else.
Yeah, you're most
Egypt.
welcome.
Thank
you so much, Mr. Francis.
Thank you. And I hope that we can get many more people here. We can get many more Rotarians or many more people who are interested in responsible tourism. And I think that is a key thing, responsible tourism, so that we can preserve that God has given us for future generations.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، برحب بحضراتكم من لؤلؤة أفريقيا الجميلة أوغندا. يعني الجنة الله على الأرض. معايا دلوقتي لقاء مهم مع نانسي. هذه هي أول سفيرة نوايا حسنة لأوغندا في مصر. ازيك عاملة إيه؟
الحمد لله، والله مبسوطة جدا.
بصي أنا طبعا بنبسط قوي أما بلاقي ناس قليلة جدا، خاصة سيدات بيجوا افريقيا ويكتشفوا وبيعملوا يعني زي بروموشن كده قد ايه افريقيا جميله عن طريق ان هم يروحوا افريقيا. وانا متابعاكي بقى لي فتره وعارفه ان انت ليكي نشاط كبير جدا في الدول المختلفه. قولي لي بقى بداتي ازاي؟ تمام. وانطباعاتك عن الدول المختلفه وازاي اختاروكي سفيره نوايا حسن.
شور. ميرسي جدا لحضورك، ميرسي جدا يعني للكلام الجميل ده، وسامحوني العربي يعني مش قوي قوي بس تمام. بصي يا ست الكل، هو طبعا كلامك مهم جدا ان احنا كمصريين، يعني احنا افارقه، فمهم جدا كمصريين ان احنا نعرف افريقيا بلد، ومهم جدا لان في فرص كويسه جدا لتبادل الثقافه، للتعليم، للتجاره. فهو فرص كتير، دول كتير استغلتها واحنا مش عارفين قيمه القريه اللي احنا قاعدين عليه بالظبط وعايشين فيه. فطبعا كلامك حلو. كست كمان ده اهم كمان، لان احنا كستات متعودين ان احنا ايه، نسال، نفهم، نتعلم، نكتشف. دي حاجه جوانا كدي ان اي وجينيتكس وكده. طبعا انا فخوره ان انا هنا في اوغندا، وفخوره ان انا يعني جايبين وفد كبير الحمد لله من مصر، وده اول مره يعني وفد كبير زي ده يحضر مؤتمر سياحي. وده مهم جدا لان احنا بنبين ازاي فعلا يمكن الخوف اللي كان جوه الناس او ان هم كانوا واخدين فكره او صوره معينه اتغير تماما لما جم على الارض الواقع وشافوا الدنيا قد ايه البلد فعلا زي ما انت شايفه، زي ما انت وصفتيها بالظبط، جنه على الارض. المكان اللي احنا فيه كمان مهم جدا لان ده مكان ملجأ للشمبانزي، وهو في اكتر من ملاجئ لبعض الحيوانات اللي هي تعتبر اكستنكت، يعني خلاص يعني ممكن فتره ومش هنلاقيهم تاني. فطبعا اهتمام ده حاجه تهمنا كلنا كبشر. وجودنا هنا بيدل على ان اهتمام البلد نفسها اوغندا ان هي تقوي العلاقات ما بين اوغندا ومصر ودي حاجه تشرفنا جدا ان احنا يبقى لينا دور حتى صغير جدا كسفراء لبلدنا كمان. ان احنا نروج ده.
طيب ازاي اختاروكي بقى سفيره لنوال حسنه لاوغندا؟ تمام. يعني سفرك بقى احكي لنا شويه عن بعض الدول وجمالها يعني.
طبعا انا طبعا وصلت مصر في 2016 لان انا مواليد بره يعني من المصريين في الخارج، واستقريت في مصر. ويمكن كمان اللي حببني في ان انا استقر في مصر اكتر كمان ان انا قريبه من افريقيا يعني دول افريقيه واقدر اسافر. سافرت جنوب السودان، سافرت طبعا المغرب، سافرت السودان وتشاد واوغندا كذا مره. انا اختاروني سفيره نوال حسنه لان انا ساعدت في تنظيم ايفنت ليهم يعني دوله في ايام الافكون. وده فرصه حلوه جدا في وقت الرياضه ان احنا نروج للسياحه.
صحيح.
وفي نفس الوقت ساعتها حسوا ان تمام في اهتمام وفي سوق حلو، طب احنا ازاي نشتغل السوق ده؟ فساعتها جيت دعوني هنا على رحله، جيت وكرموني الوزير قدام رئيس الوزراء وعزموني كمان في حفله فيها الرئيس. فطبعا لقيت واو الناس دي فعلا في احترام وفي تقدير وفي كرم جدا وعجبوني جدا بصراحه. وعشان كده انا رايحه جايه يعني وبحب جدا اجي.
طيب انطباعاتك بقى على الدول التانية يعني مثلا جنوب السودان، الدول اللي انت رحتيها، وعايزه تقولي كلمه للمصريين تمام وخاصه السيدات، يعني انت عايشه في افريقيا في امان، قولي انطباعك الحقيقي.
بصي هي كلها بلاد جميله، جنوب السودان جميله مميزه، اوغندا جميله مميزه، كل بلد حلوه. احلى حاجه في كل البلاد دي هي الناس نفسها، دي احلى حاجه. في نفس الوقت
الناس
كمان
فريندلي وبيحبونا،
فريندلي وبيحبونا جدا، بيرحبوا بينا، كرمه جدا. انا بقول لكل واحده انا هو واحده ست لوحدي وبسافر وبروح باجي لوحدي، ما حصليش اي موقف اخاف يعني، ما فيش اي خوف، ما فيش حاجه تتخاف منها.
صحيح.
هو الطبيعي زي اي مكان في العالم، يمكن ما امشيش بالليل لوحدي، لو معايا حاجتي احتفظ بيها، بس غير كده انا ما شفتش اي حاجه تخوف. الدنيا امان. احنا بالنسبه للناس بتخاف من امراض او حاجه زي دي، لا يعني حضرتك شايفه يعني مش واخدي ما فيش اي مشاكل، محدش مننا الحمد لله ما شاء الله يعني حصل له حاجه. مستشفيات على اعلى مستوى، المستشفى المصري ما شاء الله في جنجا وكده باحدث التكنولوجيا. فبصي الدنيا تمام، وانا بشجع اي حد من المصريين بالذات السيدات سافروا لوحدكم، ما تخافوش واكتشفوا وهتكتشفوا فعلا جنه على الارض.
شكرا جدا يا
حضرتك، شكرا جدا.